Hi witchlings! Welcome back to my channel. It's me, your local chaotic witch on, and today we are doing a witchy thrift haul. Yay! I have been posting a few videos on TikTok with some of the things I found at thrift stores. And it's needless to say that I will be buying all my candles from thrift stores at this point. I'm gonna go through all the things I found. I will talk about how much each item costed. Costs. And I will be discussing, you know, my usage or what I'm using the objects for. I found a lot. I think I went to the thrift store maybe 2-3 times over the past 2 weeks to film content for my Witchy Thrift series on TikTok, and 2 out of 3 of those times I think I purchased things. I usually don't buy a lot of stuff at thrift stores, and that's just because I don't like spending money. In any case, I don't need more things, but a lot of the items I found were things that I had been looking for, things that I can use within my daily practice, storage units, etc. And I was overall very excited, and I'm so excited to share with you guys the things that I found. The thrift stores I went to ARC, where I'm in Colorado, ARC Thrift doesn't exist on the East Coast, so depending where you are, you may have an ARC. I also went to Goodwill. My Goodwill trip wasn't as successful because it was a smaller store. I do love the ARC for home goods. They almost always have a huge selection of candles, including tapers, pillars, 9-day candles even. I have also found that they have a lot more things with like metal trays, bells, etc., jars, but I have had some success at past Goodwills that I've gone to, and I will show you. I have my fireproof plate that I found at Goodwill when I did my video with the Witch of Wonderlust, which you can see over on her channel if you want to go take a look. That was my first time witchy shopping there. I got a bell, I got a bowl, a bunch of things. And so this is my more recent endeavors. In the past I found, you know, gravy bowls, candle holders, candle stands, all these amazing things, and I decided to kind of expand and find more objects this time. So let's get started. First I'm gonna go over the candles because there's a lot of them. So just to start off, this is a scented red candle. I did drop it, so it has some marks on it. This was $1.29. It is tiny. I think it was more expensive because it's scented, but I do love these kind of pillar candles. It's very cute. I can do a love working and protection working with it. Beautiful. This was 99 cents. This is a full 9-day white prayer candle. Great for 9-day workings, novenas, etc. It hasn't been burned at all. There's nothing on the wick. I try to find candles that aren't burnt, although I sometimes do get candles that were burnt a little bit. So yeah, this was 99 cents, and I can dress this however which way I like. I can write sigils on the outside, I can dress the inside with oil and stuff. Most candles that are 9-day are really cheap if you go to the dollar store or a Botanica. If there's any customization to them that someone does, they're usually more expensive. But I found this baby. I'm so excited. I also got these 2 candles. This one is burnt a little bit by me because I used it for a TikTok video. So this is just a white pillar candle, and this is a maroonish pillar candle, which I just loved. This was $2, and this was, I took the sticker off, so I had no idea. These are just the pillar candles I found. I really like the color of this one. I'm definitely gonna be doing it for working. I'm not sure which one yet. I didn't find any black pillar candles. Very sad, but apparently not a lot of people donate black pillar candles. And then I got tapers. So both of these were 99 cents. Oh, this was $1.49. This was 99 cents. I think these were less expensive because one of them is burnt. They're used slightly. No, wait, these are used too. Maybe it's the color? I don't know. I got 3 red taper candles, 2 white taper candles. I have found some lovely like taper candles of different colors at thrift stores in the past. These were in bags, and I got 5 for a total of like maybe $2.50. I love that. I love candles. I love cheap candles. I was very excited about those. I think that's every candle I got. I did get a lot of them, but that wasn't the bulk of what I bought. So on my first trips, I got this jar. I'm a big fan of jars. This currently is holding my ritual salt. This was $1.49. This has, you know, my salt that I use for all my rituals, for all my spells in it. I'm absolutely in love with it. I was very picky about what jars I brought home because I didn't want to just get a mason jar. This one was very nice. It's big enough to hold something like my ritual salt without, you know, taking up too much space. Most of my jars I get from like recycled things. So I get like honey jars, pickle jars. I don't very often buy jars except when they catch my eye like this one and I need more jars. And I don't want to wait for a pickle jar to be done. I did get this little bottle. This is just like a black bottle. It still has some sticker stuff on the back because I peeled the sticker off, with like rope, twine around here. There were 2 of these and I think I really liked it because it's just black. I do need a cork for it. It didn't come with a cork or a lid. I was gonna use it for like flowers, offerings for my ancestors, and also, I don't know, I just love glass jars, especially cute ones. Things that are decorative. So this was one that I got. It is in really good condition for a glass jar. Next. This was one of my favorite purchases. This is a wooden bowl. It actually has my osteomancy set in it currently. I can't dump it, but it is just like this lovely, it's a little beaten up, but it doesn't matter because it's well made and gorgeous, and it was the perfect size for my osteomancy set. And I'm like, you know what, I'm tired of having them in like a ceramic dinner bowl, so I got them a wooden bowl, and by them I mean my bones. So far it's been going really well. They've taken really well to it, very much enjoyed it, and it's a little harder to throw. There are some like detail issues, like it looks like there maybe were some stickers on the inside that peeled off some of the wood finish. There's some scratches on the outside, but overall I love well-worn things. I love things that have been used. I love things that show love, and this bowl 100% did that. So definitely one of my favorite purchases. I am gonna be looking for more bowls like this because these are beautiful and gorgeous and I love them. I can use them for so many things. This was a big purchase. By big, I mean like it's large and in charge. This is a bell that I found, and it's just the most like ornamental, loudest bell ever. My other bell that I have is really small. So this one, I was like, my friend passed me, was like, you should get this. And I'm like, you know what, I should. I'm gonna try to cover the little ding dong thing, but you can see the inside is like a lot going on. Yeah. I use bells a lot in my practice. I sound cleanse a lot because my mom doesn't like when I smoke cleanse in the house. But this bell was like, I wanna say it was around $2. And it's a little well worn. I'm unsure of whether it is, you know, genuine silver or just a type of metal. It doesn't actually say, but I'm like okay with that because of how pretty it is. And you can like do that thing like the town crier where you go like, woo! Like, and I'm not doing it because it's loud, but wee! Like over your head and like walk around and tell people the news. That was the vibe of this bell, and I loved it and got it. Anyways, one of my biggest purchases was this jewelry box. I know a lot of people like using these for witchy apothecaries, but I actually am using this as a jewelry box because there was snow. I didn't have anywhere to put my jewelry, so at the top we got a little mirror. Nice. And in here I have some necklaces. I also have it's like an animal spirit home simultaneously. Necklaces, some bracelets. I got my rings, my earrings, you can see. More earrings, and the bottom is stuck currently because I put some tins of tea in it and now I can't open it. But I'll figure that out later. I can easily do that. The cleansing process for this one was intense. Most wood objects I cleanse pretty heavily, and it's also difficult for me because the way that I cleanse candles and the way that I cleanse metal objects, I tend to use things like rue cologne, rue water, different oils. I like to use smoke cleansing. Those kind of things, like holy water. I can't usually do that on wood. I can do like a brush over on the top with Rue cologne or Rue water, but I don't necessarily love using it on it because I don't know what kind of wood finish it is. I don't know if it'll take well. I don't know if it'll like mess with it, because Rue cologne and Rue water both have certain levels of alcohol in them, and if I don't know the wood finish, it's difficult for me to tell whether alcohol is okay to rub across wood objects. So with wood objects, like this jewelry box and my wooden bowl, I use a couple things. I typically will smoke cleanse and sound cleanse them, versus with my, don't fall, with my candles, like the jar can, the 9-day prayer candle and pillar candles, I can very easily kind of rub some cologne on my hands and like rub it in, smack it. I can smoke cleanse these as well. But with wood, I am usually a lot more careful with what I'm putting onto the surface because I don't know how it's gonna react to it. I do think that wood and metal both carry energies in different ways. Metal to me is a lot easier to cleanse because you can use more things on it. Speaking of metal, I got this cute little candle holder. There's still a sticker on it that I'm in the process of getting off. I did get a mug too, but the mug is like out where my coffee stuff is. It's not currently in with me. I did get the mug as like an offering mug, but I think I'm just gonna end up using it for myself. This sticker is like such a nuisance. This is cold because it was in my closet. For some reason my closet is like freezing temperatures. Not sure why. It's not coming off. If you have any issues with stickers, and it's something like metal, ceramic, etc., use some hot water and a little bit of soap and just kind of scrub at it. You can use your fingers, you can run it under, you can use a sponge. That almost always works for me. I did see other things that were there that I didn't buy. Like there was a deer antler candle holder that I was in love with. My boyfriend was like, I'm getting that if you're not. And I'm like, okay. And then we realized that the screws were stripped and we were like, damn. We didn't feel like it was worth it if it was gonna be a lot of work to fix it for the price that it was listed at. Yeah, what else? I did get a fake candle, which is currently lit. Frankie, why did you buy a fake candle? I bought a fake candle because I like having my ancestors' candle lit throughout the day and I don't like worrying about fire hazards. So this is battery run, just a little basic thing. It's on my ancestors' altar. I love it because I can just turn it on in the morning and leave it into the night and not worry about watching it. I can leave the room and it's still a way for me to honor my ancestors. Fake candles, also ambiance. I think that it's very easy to write sigils on fake candles and have it work that way. What else? I did also get a sconce, a wall sconce. A sconce apparently is what it's called. I call it a hanging candle holder. I very much enjoy it because I have like my current 9-day novena spell, my 9-day prayer spell, or my 9-day candle spell. Prayer candle spell. Listen, there's so many different names for like these candles. Some people call them novena candles, some people call them 9-day candles, 9-day prayer candles, pillar candle, votive prayer, I don't even know. But I have my current spell that I'm working up there out of the way so I don't have to worry about like lighting myself on fire. Cause that's something that could happen. Listen, I've accidentally lit myself on fire before. Once, because I was wearing a very big sweater and I went to reach over to grab something and there was a candle here and I was like, ah! And had to pat it out. I was very lucky it wasn't enough to like burn a hole in the sweater, just kind of burn the outside fibers, and I was not hurt, but I have lit myself on fire before. So fire safety is really important, which is why if you feel as though you're really bad at fire safety, just get fake candles. Just get fake candles. Yeah, overall, I think that the thrift store is an amazing place to get metaphysical tools and items, especially candles, things, etc. If one, you don't have a preference about having to cleanse things super heavily, and possibly like spirits, new spirits or energy coming into your home, and two, you are broke, like me. Believe it or not, I am not the someone who goes around spending a lot of money on witchy things. A lot of times my money goes towards like bills, So thrift store is a great option for people who don't have the money to go to a metaphysical store. And do I think we should support small businesses? 100% I do. I agree. I definitely think we should support small businesses when we can, but the truth is that it's not necessarily a viable option for everyone in the community, and that's okay. I will be having no kind of anything in the comments about like pickiness of where you get stuff. I think it's completely valid to go to the dollar store and buy herbs and candles if that's what you can afford, in the same way that I think that you should source things the way that you can afford and don't feel pressured to spend a lot of money that you don't have on witchcraft items. All of this together for me was maybe $15, $20, maybe a little more, because I think it all ended up being around $1 except for this and this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $7. The jars in this, let's call that 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, call that 3, 12, 13, 14, 5, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 5, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, maybe about like $24 to $30 for all of that. And I think candles carry energy, wax carries energy, so I just like, I don't know if somebody took a video, I smack them, clean that shit out. I think the thrift store is a highly underutilized source, especially for kind of witchy homeware things. Sometimes, like, my friend found a statue of like Artemis of Ephesus at the thrift store and was like, what? And I'm like, oh my god, it's the Artemis with a bunch of boobs. Like, you know, get stuff where you can afford. If you want to check out the Witchy Thrift, do it. If you are more interested in, you know, going to a metaphysical store, also good. Always up to you. I tend to go to metaphysical stores for specific candles, books, unless I order them online, and herbs. And then I go to thrift stores for candles that I can use by myself, for spells, and fun little plates, bells, jewelry things, bowls. These lovely things that I just love how old they are. And I love that they're beaten up. And I think not a lot of people like that, but I don't mind. They're just gonna get more worn with use. If you're interested in seeing more of my Witchy Thrift series and the more things that I found at thrift stores when I go looking, you can follow my TikTok. I have the videos on there. If you're interested in seeing how I cleansed it on my Instagram, I did post the cleansing and purification spell for this box here. I will be posting a more extended version on my TikTok. I did do like a little purification rite for it that is on my Instagram. If you're interested in like telling me about some things that you found at the thrift, why you like to find witchy things at the thrift, why you don't, etc., let me know in the comments. Overall, I enjoyed making this video. I will not be going to the thrift store and buying anything for a while because I have enough. I have enough. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. That is all I have for you guys today. If you want, you can leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell on, but no pressure. Remember to drink water and have an amazing rest of your day. Sa benedica.